Welcome to A Road to Recovery presented by Addiction Recovery Care. I'm Vanessa Keaton, and with me today I have Amanda Hall. Amanda is Addiction Recovery Care's East Region Chief Operating Officer. So welcome, Amanda.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here, Vanessa.
So tell me a little bit about, I know you're in recovery, and I know that you have worked really hard to make sure that you have a positive recovery community around you. Tell me a little bit about that and how that's been different in the different parts of the state that you've lived.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm originally from Eastern Kentucky. Love Eastern Kentucky. Live here again now. But for a large part of my recovery journey, I lived in Louisville, another part of the state. So while I was there, I had to really build that community, and I was surrounded by amazing people in recovery, people that supported me, people that I can lean on. And as you know, that's vital.
Yeah.
That recovery is all about connection.
Yes.
So I had those great connections in Louisville. And then moving back to Eastern Kentucky, I have to admit, I was a little worried.
Yeah.
I was leaving so many things that I knew, but I was so surprised and so happy that recovery has really started turning into a movement out here in the mountains.
Yeah.
We didn't used to have that. So I came back, and a lot of people that I used to know that I may have even used with are now in recovery. So it was people that I could turn to. I also found that there was a lot of recovery resources, a lot of places for folks to go in recovery, meetings to attend. So it's been, any transition can shake you up a little bit.
Sure.
But I really feel blessed, the strides we've made here in Eastern Kentucky and how I've been able to come back. That recovery it's really an inside job that transfers out. So I'm really lucky and blessed that I've been able to build that here too.
Absolutely. It really just goes to show you that if someone's out there struggling and they want to be in recovery, there are resources for them no matter where they're at.
Yeah.
So I love that. And I know that we've both been in recovery for over a decade. And so, back then things were so much different, and you couldn't find treatment, you couldn't find resources, you couldn't find anything. But now it's such a breath of fresh air to know that there are options out there for people.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you and I both know, in that addiction, you already feel so alone.
Yes.
It is so isolating. And, to not have those resources, that can be a really desperate situation. I remember trying to find a bed for treatment, over a decade ago. And I would call and people would tell me, well, we have a 6-month waiting list, or we have a 6-week, and I remember one day telling them on the phone, like, I don't think I'll live that long, and there just wasn't those resources. So now I just really, if people are out there struggling, I just really, really advise them to reach out, to places like ARC, that has beds and centers around the state that can help you no matter where you are.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Amanda. Back to you in the studio.